This video is being brought to you free of charge by the advertisers in the show. They welcome you to your new city.
Hi there. On behalf of the Newcomer Video, welcome to your new home and your new city. We hope you've had a chance to start exploring your new area, and if you have, great. But even if you haven't, don't worry. That's why we're here to help. New places, new faces, there's plenty of things to do. We'll be introducing you to fine arts and cultural centers and community parks. You'll meet the local sports teams. And to help make your transition a little easier, we'll give you an overview of the local highway systems and point out a few legal things you'll want to take care of. You'll even meet some local sponsors who understand your needs and concerns when it comes to relocating. And to finish up, we'll take a look at some great restaurants. Because if you're anything like me, you're probably in no great rush to start cooking, right? It's all coming up, so stick around. San Francisco is one of the top cities in the country, and with good reason. From its colorful and exciting history to its current position as a center of culture and commerce, San Francisco is a wonderful place. And it's no surprise you've decided to make the metropolitan area your new home. So for a close-up look, let's join your Newcomer Video correspondent who's ready to tell you all about San Francisco, starting with sports.
Sports is brought to you by Kelly-Moore Paints, your complete source for all your painting needs. Visit your neighborhood Kelly-Moore Paint store to discover why we're known as the Painter's Paint Store.
Hi, I'm Ross McGowan, host of Mornings on 2 on KTVU Channel 2 in Oakland. Located on one of the world's most beautiful natural harbors, the Bay Area has been the cultural capital of the West Coast for more than a century, since Gold Rush times when 49ers first came here in droves, but we'll get to that in a minute. First, though, let's talk about another kind of 49er fever.
Without a doubt, the Bay Area's proudest sporting tradition is the San Francisco 49ers, five-time Super Bowl winners. Seats are sold out months in advance, so order your tickets early in the season. The Bay Area boasts not just one, but two Major League Baseball teams. Thousands of loyal and hardy fans brave the fog and the wind at Candlestick Park in San Francisco to watch the San Francisco Giants. While across the bay, in the milder climes of the Oakland Stadium, the Oakland A's play to a more laid-back crowd. Right next door at the Oakland Coliseum, you'll want to check out the Golden State Warriors in all their glory. And you won't want to miss the Bay Area's newest sporting arena, home of the San Jose Sharks. Tens of thousands of spectators turn out every year for the Bank of the West Tennis Classic, featuring the world's finest players. For many Bay Area sports enthusiasts, there's really only one ticket worth having. And that's to the annual showdown between Cal and Stanford, the big game. Be prepared to take sides because in this battle, there is no neutral territory.
But if sitting in the stands isn't enough for you, every neighborhood in the Bay Area has its own softball, basketball, and volleyball leagues. Not to mention tennis and other athletic clubs. You're going to find that Northern Californians are into fitness. That includes the kids as well. In addition to Little League and Pop Warner football, soccer is a popular team sport for both girls and boys.
For information on community and kids leagues, call your local Department of Parks and Recreation. And for tickets to college and professional sporting events, these are the numbers to call. If this is more your speed, you'll want to go for a little ride in the country just a few miles north of San Francisco out to Sears Point Raceway. And before you head back to the city, why not play through at one of the North Bay's many championship golf courses? The beauty of these links rival that of the legendary Pebble Beach, a golfer's dream come true just 2 hours south of the city.
Home to the AT&T Pro-Am each January, Pebble Beach overlooks the beautiful Monterey Bay, one of the world's premier scuba diving and sport fishing areas. With almost 700 miles of bayside frontage, there's no end to the way natives have found to enjoy life on the water. There are more than 1,000 yacht clubs and marinas dotting the Bay Area, where you'll find everything from 50-footers to sailboards for sale or rent. Along Ocean Beach and down the coast at Pacifica and Santa Cruz, you'll find surfers lined up just a few hundred feet out, waiting for that perfect wave and water temperatures that average 55 degrees even in summer. And a word to the wise, Northern Californians claim they can always tell a tourist from a native. A tourist is the one wearing the bathing suit at the beach in the summer. Any native worth their salt can give you the weather report without even looking out the window. Morning fog along the coast, clearing by early afternoon. One sport Northern California would like to say they invented is enjoying the great outdoors. Thousands of miles of running, hiking, and bike trails crisscross the Bay Area. Be sure to take note of any posted signs. So you'd prefer to have a little company on your daily jog? Then you'll want to be part of the Beta Breakers, the biggest Bay Area running tradition. Each summer, more than 100,000 people deck themselves out and run, walk, or crawl the 7 miles from the Bay to Ocean Beach in San Francisco. If you take running a little more seriously than this, check out the San Francisco Marathon, one of the world's toughest foot races, or the Dipsea, up and over Mount Tamalpais in Marin County. For information on trails in your community and road races of all kinds, pick up one of the Bay Area's many sports-minded tabloids. They're free at your local newsstand or sports club. What baseball manager holds the record for the most games won in his rookie year as manager? The answer when we return.
On the day you move in, your new house is a blank slate, waiting for you to make the decisions that will make it your home. The experts at your Kelly Moore Paint Store can help. Because nothing personalizes and protects a home quite like color from Kelly Moore. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Which manager holds the record for most games won in his rookie year? San Francisco Giants' Dusty Baker, with 103 wins to his credit.
Services is brought to you by Safeway. Nobody does it better for less.
Made up of hundreds of cities and towns, the Bay Area is spread across 9 counties, and that means if you really want to experience the area, you'll be spending a lot of time on the freeways. Surprisingly, San Francisco is not the largest city in the Bay Area. That honor belongs to San Jose. The two cities are connected by 2 major freeways running north-south. Highway 101 runs Bayside, while the more scenic 280 takes you through the coastal hills. Traveling east from San Francisco, the main thoroughfare is Highway 80, which brings you to our 3rd major city, Oakland. Taking the long way around, there's Highway 17, running east-west along the southernmost part of the bay, or Highway 37 to the north, connecting 101 with 80. If you live in the East Bay, Highway 680 will take you from Benicia to San Jose. It also crosses Highway 24, an important and busy connection to the Bay Bridge. Running parallel to it is 580, bringing commuters from the Pleasanton area to San Francisco. And one of the busiest highways is 880, heading south from Oakland. But when traveling any distance in the Bay Area, you have to consider the Bay, and that means bridges. While the Golden Gate Bridge may be our most recognizable, it's the Bay Bridge connecting San Francisco and Oakland that is both the longest and the most frequently traveled. Over 225,000 vehicles drive across the Bay Bridge each workday. Avoid the wait at the toll plaza and the toll by taking the carpool lane reserved for cars carrying 3 or more. You'll find similar deals at all the Bay Area bridges. With live traffic cameras set up on every one of the Bay Area's busiest thoroughfares, my colleagues and I here at Mornings on 2 understand completely why traffic tops the list of complaints about the Bay Area. Fortunately, though, there are lots of great ways for beating the backup. BART, or Bay Area Rapid Transit, links San Francisco with cities all over the East Bay via high-speed rail. while Caltrain runs down the peninsula to San Jose. Connections can be made into local neighborhoods and outlying communities via one of the many excellent metropolitan bus services. San Jose, one of America's fastest-growing cities, also has a brand-new light rail system with new stops being added every few months. But for a truly unique Bay Area commute, nothing beats the ferries, which connect San Francisco with Marin and the East Bay. For up-to-date information on transit in your community, here are the numbers to call. If you're planning travel outside the Bay Area, there are also lots of options. There are 3 major airports available to you. SFO, located just south of San Francisco, is a major international hub servicing 87,000 travelers each day. A full range of domestic airlines fly out of both the Oakland and San Jose airports, and you'll find 34 smaller airports scattered throughout the Bay Area. One of the Bay Area's greatest claims to fame is its system of public higher education. It is simply the best in the world. At the top of the 3-tiered public system, you'll find the University of California. There are 4 campuses within a 100-mile radius of the Bay Area. The biggest is UC Berkeley, one of the world's preeminent graduate and research institutions. At UC San Francisco's hospital and laboratories, researchers are exploring the frontiers of medicine. At UC Davis, the research is focused on agriculture. And among the redwoods overlooking the ocean, students at UC Santa Cruz enjoy one of the finest liberal arts programs available anywhere. In the 2nd tier of the public system, there are the state universities. And available to all who apply are the community colleges with day and evening courses for continuing students and adults. For more information on California's system of public higher education, here are some numbers to call. Foremost among California's private universities is Stanford University, where the alumni include Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor and Sally Ride, America's first female astronaut. Right on campus, you'll find the Packard Children's Hospital, one of many regional care centers for children here that include Oakland Children's Hospital and California Pacific Medical Center in San Francisco.
We'd like to introduce you to some of Northern California's greatest natural wonders. Our bounty of fresh fruits and vegetables, the incomparable selection of world-class wine, the colorful variety of flowers and plants, bakeries filled with fresh sourdough and French bread, and the delis with their delicious delights ready to go. Best of all, you'll find all these wonders in one place, your local Safeway. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Now onto the Golden Gate Bridge. On the upper deck, traffic is at the limit. On the new lower deck, absolutely no problems at this time. Switching to the East Bay.
We are live at the grand opening of Alcatraz Fun Park.
And the Giants win to stay undefeated in their downtown stadium.
No one knows what the future will bring, but we do know who will bring it to you.
Good evening, I'm Elaine Corral.
And I'm Dennis Richmond.
Now and in the future, coverage you can count on from the original 10 o'clock news.
History and Culture is brought to you by Scandinavian Designs. Stop by and see our wide selection of quality furnishings, all at guaranteed everyday low prices. Scandinavian Designs, where it doesn't cost a lot to live in style.
One of the most obvious benefits of living here is its culture. Dance, music, theater. Be sure to take advantage of opportunities like these.
Well, you folded up your last packing box, and now it's time to relax and enjoy one of the area's many fairs and festivals. No matter what time of year, you'll find a community event in the works. In the fall, it's Coastside in Half Moon Bay, the pumpkin capital of the world. Closer to the holidays, just in time to shop, it's the Renaissance Pleasure Fair, a chance to dress up and pretend you're from another century.
Well met this day.
Come spring, head over to Lake Merritt in downtown Oakland for the annual Festival at the Lake. And that's not to mention the thousands of neighborhood fairs and festivals. One of the biggest celebrations is Chinese New Year. The parade through San Francisco's Chinatown is not to be missed. And everyone can join in the fun at one of the many Cinco de Mayo parades featuring dancers and musicians from Central and South America. But the big game of Bay Area culture is definitely here at the San Francisco Opera, one of the world's finest opera companies. But regardless of whether or not you're a fan, nothing beats opening night at the opera for stargazing. On the same stage, you'll see performances of the San Francisco Ballet, and across the street, there's a full season of performances by the San Francisco Symphony. All of these performing companies are housed in the Civic Center complex that surrounds the rotunda-topped City Hall. The San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, once a part of the complex, is now located in Yerba Buena Gardens near the city's Moscone Convention Center. This same facility also houses the Yerba Buena Center for the Performing Arts. Just a few blocks away, you'll find Broadway road shows playing at theaters like the Golden Gate, the Curran, and the Orpheum. At the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco and at Berkeley Repertory across the Bay, performances range from Shakespeare to Manet. The South Bay boasts its own Triple Crown of culture with the San Jose Civic Light Opera, the San Jose Symphony, and the San Jose Repertory, all based at the Downtown Center for the Performing Arts. And if you like funny, comedy clubs can be found in every city and community, and many of them featuring open mic nights. And for a taste of just plain outrageous, be sure and take in the late show of Beach Blanket Babylon at Club Fugazi in North Beach. Is it a musical? Is it a comedy? Is it theater? Who knows? It's San Francisco. For a listing of upcoming performances and events, check the pink section of your Sunday Chronicle. It's the Bay Area's entertainment Bible, where you'll find plenty of activities for the entire family. There's always something going on in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park. The DeYoung Museum of Art, the California Academy of Sciences, the Steinhardt Aquarium, and the Japanese Tea Garden are all within walking distance of each other. If science is your cup of tea, check out San Francisco's Exploratorium, a technology museum where high school students called explainers will lead you through hundreds of constantly changing exhibits. Across the bay in the Berkeley Hills, there's the Lawrence Hall of Science, a hands-on place that kids of all ages can enjoy. You'll get more of this kind of interactive experience at smaller museums throughout the area. Younger children will love the scaled-down exhibits at the Discovery Museum with branches in San Jose and Marin. You'll need an entire day to visit the San Francisco Zoo, where young children will get a thrill feeding the farm animals. At the Oakland Museum, the focus is on the changing cultures and ethnic heritage of the Bay Area. And for a trip back in time to another culture, you'll want to check out the Rosicrucian in San Jose, home to thousands of Egyptian artifacts. Kids will love the nearby Winchester Mystery House with its tales of hidden rooms and hauntings. For history buffs, every town and city has its own historical society, but history is all around you in Northern California. After all, it wasn't so long ago the Miwok Indians were the sole inhabitants of the marshy land that surrounded the bay until the Spanish arrived here in 1769. San Francisco remained a sleepy little outpost until 1849, when James Marshall discovered gold in the Sierra Nevada foothills. In less than 2 years, the population of San Francisco grew from 459 to more than 25,000. By 1884, the town had 20 theaters and 573 saloons, one for every 60 people. Many newcomers were drawn here with the promise of easy fortune, but stayed because of the region's natural beauty and mild climate. For most of its modern history, the Bay Area was America's gateway to the Pacific. In World War II, hundreds of thousands of GIs came through here. Many of them returned after the war and raised their families here. They found work in the newly emerging electronics industry, which turned the orchards of Santa Clara Valley into the Silicon Valley we know today. And whether it's the quake of 1906 or 1989, you'll find everyone has a story to tell about the day the big one hit, a bit of history to share. Where do survivors of the 1906 quake meet each year on April 18th to remember and reminisce? The answer when we come back.
Styles to match any personality, all at everyday low prices. Scandinavian Designs, where it doesn't cost a lot to live in style. Styles to match any personality, all at everyday low prices. Scandinavian Designs, where it doesn't cost a lot to live in style.
Where do survivors of the '06 quake meet each year? At Lotta's Fountain in downtown San Francisco, where residents used a small reservoir of water to save buildings from the Great Fire that consumed much of San Francisco following the earthquake.
Laws is brought to you by the Newcomer Video Info Pack. Simply call 1-800-690-INFO for more information about your new community.
In a curious way, it's a source of pride among Bay Area residents. This is earthquake country, and you don't want to forget it, whether you're buying a home or just renting. Earthquake insurance is available. Premiums will depend largely on where your house is located and on the degree of earthquake proofing. In any case, it's worthwhile to make certain your home is secured to its foundation with anchor bolts and that there is adequate framing and supports. And in the event of an earthquake, you'll want to keep a supply of emergency items, water, and food handy. For more information on preparing your home and family, check your yellow pages under earthquakes. Once you take up residence in the state, you'll have 20 days to register your car. You need to bring your out-of-state title, your current registration card, proof of insurance, and your checkbook to your county's Department of Motor Vehicles. You'll be paying a $36 registration fee, a $10 out-of-state transfer fee, and a property tax calculated as a percentage of the original purchase price of your car, plus a smog impact fee of $300 if your car was not originally manufactured to meet California's strict emissions standards. You'll also need to have your car's smog emissions checked. Most service stations can do this for you. And when you register your car, you'll need to bring your smog check documentation and proof that any necessary repairs or adjustments were made to meet emissions guidelines. If you hold a valid driver's license from another state, the good news is you'll only be required to take a written test and pay a small fee. As a visitor, you may use your out-of-state license, but as soon as you take up residence here, you have 20 days to get your California license. For more information on driving and registering your vehicles in California, call this number. To vote in state or local elections, you'll need to register at least 30 days in advance at your community city hall. Proof of ID must be presented when you go to the polls. To register your children for school, call the school district in your community. All public schools in California do require you show proof of your child's immunization before school begins.
What to look for, whom to cheer, where to eat, what's fun around here?
Find the answers by simply calling 1-800-690-INFO for your free Newcomer Video Info Pack. By calling 1-800-690-INFO, you'll receive valuable coupons from area businesses, a detailed map, pet ID tag, local magazine subscriptions, and more. For your free Newcomer Info Pack, call 1-800-690-INFO today, and welcome to the San Francisco Bay Area.
One of my favorite things to make for dinner? Reservations. Be sure to look at our array of restaurants and entertainment spots. I know it's hard work, but some things you just have to force yourself to do.
Well, thank you very much. After you've taken care of all the paperwork and you've put the kids to bed, it's time to take a break and treat yourself to something really special, like dinner here at Stars Restaurant, the home base of world-famous chef Jeremiah Tower. And I don't think you'd be surprised to learn that San Francisco has the highest per capita number of restaurants of any city in the world. It's true. Even a casual visitor will tell you the food in this city is spectacular.
Hi, Russ. How are you?
Jeremiah, how are you this evening?
Good to see you again. Welcome back to Stars.
Thank you. It's great to be
Hello,
back.
how are you? I hope you're enjoying your evening.
With the best fresh produce, fish, poultry, and livestock available anywhere, we've gotten spoiled. Of course, there's the kind of California cuisine you'll find at places like Stars and Chez Panisse, but there are also the best of ethnic cuisines. In San Francisco's Fillmore District, you'll find the kind of happy collision of cultures that exist in almost every Bay Area community. A choice of everything from Leon's Barbecue to sushi at Osomi and fire-eating Cajun delights at the Elite Cafe. For good old American cooking, nothing beats the Lark Creek Inn in Larkspur. Shaded by redwoods, this is the perfect spot for a quiet dinner with a country feel. At Fog City in San Francisco, hamburgers have been elevated to an art form. And at Gordon Biersch, you'll find beer for champagne tastes. For tips on the best restaurants in your neighborhood, check your local bookshop for the most up-to-date restaurant guides available. It's also a good idea to check the Friday edition of your local daily. All of them carry restaurant reviews and recommendations. After dinner, you'll find plenty of local night spots with music until 2 a.m. closing time. At the Great American Music Hall in San Francisco, the fare can vary from folk to rap in a hall that is pure early American bordello. And south of Market, at places like Slim's and the DNA Lounge, you'll find lines down the block for performances by the latest and hottest new artists. For headliners, you'll want to buy tickets in advance for concerts staged by the legendary Bill Graham Presents at venues like Shoreline Amphitheater in Mountain View, where concertgoers can enjoy music under the stars. Check the Sunday Pink section of the San Francisco Chronicle for detailed listings of music and performance in your community. What former San Francisco busboy learned to play the guitar from his mariachi-playing father and then went on to international stardom? The answer in a minute.
What to look for, whom to cheer, where to eat, what's fun around here?
Find the answers by simply calling 1-800-690-INFO for your free newcomer video info pack. By calling 1-800-690-INFO, you'll receive valuable coupons from area businesses, a detailed map, pet ID tag, local magazine subscriptions, and more. For your free newcomer info pack, call 1-800-690-INFO today, and welcome to the San Francisco Bay Area.
That former busboy is the legendary Carlos Santana, who learned to play the guitar from his mariachi-playing father.
Recreation is brought to you by Marine World Africa USA, a place to come closer to the animals than ever before.
Now that the hardest part about relocating is over, it's time for some of the more enjoyable things moving offers, like discovering new places close by for picnics, sightseeing, or just relaxing in the sunshine.
When it comes to day trips, nothing beats the Bay Area. Pile in the car and in a couple of hours, you'll find yourself in the wine country. Head out off the main highway and you'll find hundreds of small wineries around every bend, each with their own unique appeal. Summertime is time to spend a lazy afternoon on the Russian River, canoeing or rafting, or get wet on the rapids at Paramount's Great America, the largest amusement park in the Bay Area. For more family fun, there's the Boardwalk in Santa Cruz. And you won't want to miss Marine World Africa USA, featuring creatures of all sizes. Half a day's drive will take you a world away from the Bay Area to the breathtaking beauty of the Reno Tahoe area. From outdoor recreation to world-class casinos, it's the perfect year-round playground. Another favorite Bay Area destination on the weekends is Yosemite National Park. Locals leave the crowded summer months for the tourists and enjoy the fall foliage and springtime waterfalls in relative solitude. For additional visitors' information about these and other weekend getaway destinations, here are the numbers to call. Rest assured that even in the most remote destinations, you'll find places to spend money. Some of the best buys are local crafts exhibited in small galleries and shops. For everyday needs, there are major shopping centers for every taste and every budget. For that special purchase, you might want to try the opulent San Francisco Center, where shoppers escape the fog and shop at any one of 90 stores. You think your move was traumatic? For the relocation of Marine World Africa USA, some 10,000 wild creatures of land, sea, and air found themselves packing up and moving across the bay. The only major relocation of a wildlife park in history. There's no place like home. What Stanford grad drove his busload of merry pranksters across the country in 1966, outraging parents and inspiring teens to move west? The answer coming up.
Going to Marine World. Everybody's going to Marine World. Come closer now, where there's a special place I found. Where people come from miles around. They come from everywhere. They love to stop and stare. It's a world of sights and sounds. Going to Marine World. Come on now, come closer at Marine World.
Which Stanford graduate drove across country with his busload of merry pranksters? It was Ken Kesey, best-selling author of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
We hope this has made getting to know San Francisco a little easier, but this is just a sample of what's out there. Keep this tape handy for quick reference and experience for yourself how dynamic San Francisco can be.